stay strong. God is in control, hold on. Anytime you down, baby, play this song. Lost time is the best, hold on. Oh, baby, don't.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It feels like we haven't had a one-on-one consultation. Okay, that's lecture terms, academic terms, but that's the reason why we are here today, to talk about the academic world, right? The academic field, basically. So I just want to let you guys know that please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, and tell everybody about this channel, right? Grow with Gift. I've also started a podcast with my sister Nico, so you can also go check that out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like Google Podcasts, Anchor, we're just everywhere. Okay, anyway, back to business. So I started off by talking about consultations because it's in my head, it's exam season, and that's what I've been busy doing. So I want to just sort of like talk about, the academic world, what's it like, the shift from being a student and then becoming an academic trainee. I'm referred to as an AT, academic trainee. There's also assistant lecturers, there's junior lecturers. It really depends what the university calls you. So yeah, I'm an AT, right, for honest students, and it's been amazing. Honestly speaking, it's been amazing. The reason why I'm saying it's been amazing is because it's coming to an end, and person has to move, right, and make way for someone else. So an academic trainee or assistant lecturer, whatever you want to call it, is basically somebody that is in the academic field, lecturing students, doing lecture duties and working with the senior lecturer. So I applied for this job last year and I got in, right? They only needed one person. And it's quite scary at the same time, because you just finished your studies. Like, I did my BCom honors, and then all of a sudden you now have to lecture what you just learned. But the reason why I went for it is, the first thing I want to talk about is because I was a tutor for like 3 to 4 years, and I felt like I needed something bigger, a more, challenging thing to do. Because as a tutor, you still help students, you help them with questions, tutorials, but I really needed something more. And this academic trainee came with a lot of requirements, things like setting up your own exams, assignment questions, taking a lecture, taking a practical, consulting, marking exams, marking, like, a lot of things, guys. Assisting the senior lecturer with the research, like, there's just so much responsibility. Handling a lot of issues that students have relating to their marks and topics that they don't understand. So I felt like I'm ready for that. I am definitely ready for that, because as a tutor, you just do minor things. You just do practicals here and there, tutorials, and you basically guide it a lot. And obviously, with the challenge comes more money, right? So there's more money being an assistant lecturer, academic trainee, or junior lecturer, whatever it is you want to call that academic person. So I went for it, and it was overwhelming at first, because, like, as a tutor, we used to do everything physically, and now we online. I'm here talking to a computer, a laptop. I don't see my students, they don't know me, and I have to find a rhythm, some sort of rhythm, to get them to understand what I'm trying to say to them, right, and get them to interact with me. So I think that's one of the challenges that you would face if you want to come into this in this industry, or I don't know what you can call it, in this career. Yes. So if you like in corporate and you're thinking of doing lecturing now, or you want to just move from being a student and then jump into lecturing, those are some of the things you must look at. How is your personality going to align with the students? You cannot be an uptight person. You need to be a people's person, be able to talk. They need to be able to be comfortable with you. I mean, already as a student, you know that sometimes lecturers are intimidating. So you have to be the bridge between the senior lecturer and the students. If they can't communicate with the senior lecturer, they should be able to talk to you. And most of the time, you're the one that is handling a lot of the stuff, and dealing with them a lot. So it makes sense that you need to have a bubbly personality. Just be open. I'm not saying you should be their friends or whatever, but you need to be relatable. They need to be able to talk to you. So that's one of the things that I had to master, especially with online learning. Face to face, in a physical environment, I enjoyed that, but now it was quite different. And it gets to a point where if you're so invested and you're passionate about your job, you start knowing the students' names, people that constantly attend your sessions, people that ask a lot of questions, people that consult with you, people that email you a lot. So when you're able to do that as well, you're able to figure out which students are not okay, which students need your assistance, and it just builds like sort of a relationship with your students, and it makes it easier for yourself and the student. So those are some of the things that I can mention. What else? Yeah, with the online environment, it gets so intense that yeah, you need to keep it together, right? Because we live in South Africa, load shedding is a problem. Electricity is just, if it's just a problem. So you need to be quick, you need to think on your feet, as well as if your senior lecturer can't do something at that moment, you need to be able to take over. So it really requires someone who's flexible, who's agile, who's quick. You're just able to be, it's a fast-paced thing, man. If something changes, are you able to work with it? You shouldn't be somebody that panics, because then you're gonna, honestly, everything of yours is just gonna be all over the place. So it does get intense. And yeah, I had like, yeah, it was rough, man. There are times where technology, your laptop is giving you issues and stuff. So that's another thing that you have to try and work around. If you get like a software bug or whatever it is, a virus, be able to switch up. Like, I had to start taking my brother's laptop, use it to quickly do something. So it's the small things that count. Your boss doesn't see that, but if you are able to still deliver while you're working at home, while you're in an online environment, that's still impressive. So those are the things that you learn. And I gained a lot of skills. I became a good listener, I became a fast thinker, I came up with a lot of ideas. I was able to just like, I learned a lot, guys. Like, the academic will teach you a lot, because you also have to constantly update yourself. Like, you can't just be someone that sticks to the slides and the notes. You need to go and read what's happening in the field, the subject, the module that you're teaching. Read articles. You need to be able to apply, because you get challenging students that ask you things that are linked to what you're teaching, and it's happening in real life. And if you're not someone like that, it's going to be a problem for you. Okay. Another thing is, yeah, be willing to learn. And make mistakes. It's not easy. I mean, yeah, you, especially if maybe people, you shift from corporate and you want to be in an academic field, be willing to learn everything. How does the university work? How does marking work? How, like, you need to be able to, like, put yourself down and say, you know what, I'm gonna humble myself, teach me everything I can. These are the mistakes I made. It happens. If you capture someone's mark wrong, if you missed out on a couple of marks, like, it happens. You're human, but you need to be willing to learn, be willing to hear what someone else has to say, and take positive criticism back. I think another thing that I enjoyed about this academic journey is that it showed me, it showed a lot, that I am capable of so much, because I had to open my mind and start coming up with questions, thinking in different ways. The shift from being a students study to cram, pass and forget, and you are trying to to break that from the students and say, you know what, do you actually understand what we're trying to teach you? And that's something that I got to learn, because you had to think a lot. Make things had to make sense. If you set up an exam, you can't just put things together. So I learned that as well. And I just, wow, like it was an amazing journey. So um it really depends on you. If you really love working with students, if you love the pressure it comes with, exam season and all of that, then this could be a career that you could go into. Another thing is, if you're a tutor and you're interested in the academic field, it's something that you can also go into. If you're looking for something more challenging, I think you just need to find out what are the channels that you need to go through in order to get such an opportunity, because each department, each faculty, each university is different. Some require you to have masters before you can lecture. Some just want you to be a trainee for a year. Some take you for 3 years to be an assistant lecturer. It's just this, yeah, you just need to understand the varsity that you're in, the rules, the regulations, and the policies, and you are good to go, yeah. So where to from here? I will be joining one of the big four. I'm excited. I'm nervous as well. I think I haven't processed it yet, because this girl has been at the university for like 5 years or something, 5 to 6 years now. So I'm literally going into a whole new world and I don't know what to expect. So if you guys have any tips for me, if you currently in corporate, one of the big four, I know it's fast paced, it's busy, there's a lot of overtime and stuff like that, but yeah, like I'm looking forward to it. I am yeah, like I think the academic journey made me more prepared. That's one thing I realized, that God knew that I'm not ready to go to corporate, so he gave me another chance to understand what I was studying in honors through the academic post. And now I feel like auditing is in my head and there's still so much more to learn. So I'm really looking forward to being part of the one of the big four, making a mark there and just excelling and motivating other people to go for it. It's possible. I was rejected the first time at the big four. All of the, not all, I applied at 2 or 3. I got rejected at all of them. And then that's when I realized that God wants me to be an academic trainee for a year, for some reason. He had his own reasons. And now he opened the door. I got 2 opportunities I got 2 big four opportunities. One was in Durban and the other one was in Johannesburg. Yes. So I had to choose between the 2, and it made me realize that God knew that I'm not ready. That's why I stayed in academics while all my peers went to corporate. But now the girl is ready. The girl is going to the big four. So you should join me, guys, on this journey. When I start, I will obviously, I'd love to give you content, to talk to you about, what's it like, being there. I'd like to talk about just, CIA. There's a lot of things that I think I'm going to experience, and you guys will grow with me, as the channel says. But yeah, that's it for today. So whoever is watching this and is thinking of being in the academic field, you should try it out. It's really amazing. I think you establish amazing connections and personalities. You meet different personalities, and there's just people that are always willing to work with you, because there's always an extra hand needed in marking. There's always something to do there. Even if you incorporate and you want to come back and just do, a guest lecture, mark a few like there's always something to do in academics. So when you're in it, make sure that you establish a good foundation with the people that you work with. So that's it for me. I think, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate your support and your love. Just to close off this video, we are now on like 193 subscribers. We are doing good. So I'm pushing for the road to 200 subscribers. After that, I'd like to do a giveaway, you know. More information will come on that, but just to show my gratitude and the love that you guys show me for this channel, I definitely want to do my first giveaway on the 200 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please, the next one is going to be wow. Like, just stay tuned.